I got this feeling inside my brains. It goes electric wavy when I make them A's. All through 4th grade, all through my school, we're flying up no ceiling when we're in our zone. I've got that sunshine in my pocket, looking forward to a good day. I feel I can do everything when I try. I can't stop myself from learning, moving up academically. We'll unlock the way we rock it, so don't stop.
Hello everyone, I hope you are excited today because today we're going to be learning something new, something different. Okay, today we're going to be learning about 4.8 B and C. Okay, so I know it says right here 4.8C, but it's 4.8 B and C, involving measurements. So we did length, we did mass, and we did liquid, and now we're doing time. So we're going to be learning about the different types of time. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this. So today I'm going to learn how to convert time so I can estimate and solve real world problems involving measurement concepts, and I know I have it when I can determine the conversion factor for time, correctly identify what unit to measure in, and set up a strategy where I can solve my own time. Okay, so we're going to be learning about all these things, and at the end I'm going to show you 3 different strategies on how to do elapsed time. But before we get started, let's go ahead and look at what elapsed time is. And by doing that, let's go ahead and watch this video. I think it's very interesting.
I'm excited about our field trip, Moby. How long does the bus take to get to the Hall of Science? What is elapsed time? Elapsed time is the amount of time that passes between one point in time to another. Elapsed time can tell us how long it takes to get somewhere or how long something lasts. Knowing elapsed time can help us make plans and be on time. You can measure elapsed time by using a stopwatch. How long can you stand on one leg, Moby? The stopwatch counts up seconds, minutes, and even hours. Wow, you can stand on one leg for a long time, Moby. Moby, I think it's time to go now. You stood on one leg for 10 hours, 25 minutes, and 48 seconds. How can you use a clock to figure out elapsed time? The bus leaves at 9:40 and arrives at the Hall of Science at 10 o'clock. How long is the bus ride? You can use a clock to figure it out. Start at 9:40 and then count up by 5s until you get to 10 o'clock. 5, 10, 15, 20. The bus takes 20 minutes to get to the Hall of Science. Cool! There's an electricity show at 10:30. What time is it now? It's 10:08. How much time do we have until the show? I can count up 2 minutes to get to 10:10. That's an easier time to work with. Now I can count up by 5s until 10:30. 5, 10, 15, 20. Now add the minutes. 20 plus 2 is equal to 22. The electricity show is in 22 minutes. How can you use a chart to figure out elapsed time? The insect exhibit opens at 1:45. What time is it now? Let's see. It's 11:15. How much time do we have? You can make a chart to figure it out. You start at 11:15 and you count on 1 hour to get to 12:15. Then you count on another hour to get to 1:15. Then you count on 30 minutes to get to 1:45. Now add up all the hours and minutes. The exhibit opens in 2 hours and 30 minutes. How can you use a number line to figure out elapsed time? Look, there's a planetarium show. It begins at 11:50 and it's 35 minutes long. What time will it end? You start at 11:50 and count on 35 minutes. Let's see. I can count up 10 minutes to get to 12 o'clock. Then I can count on another 10 to get to 12:10 and another 10 to get to 12:20. I've counted up 30 minutes so far, but the show is 35 minutes long. So I need to count up another 5 minutes to get to 12:25. The show will end at 12:25. Shh. Cool, we can design our own robots. How long is the workshop? I can start at 1:10 and count up an hour to get to 2:10. Then I can count up 10 minutes to get to 2:20 and count another 10 minutes to get to 2:30. The Design a Robot workshop is 1 hour and 20 minutes long. What kind of robot are you making, Moby? That was a fun trip to the Hall of Science. Moby? Moby? Ah!
Awesome. Where am I? Okay, so let's go ahead. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with some real world connections, okay? So we use time every day, all the time, like every single time. We use time to keep track of our schedules, what time is math class, what time is reading class, what time is science class, you know? What time is lunch, what time do we go to school, what time do we go to sleep, how long is recess. We use time every single day of our lives. We might need to determine how long it takes us to get to school, what time we need to leave the house so we're not late. You know, oh, if school starts at 7:30, I need to wake up at what time to make sure I get there on time, right? We certainly want to know how long we need to stay in school and when we're allowed to go home, right? Can you think of some other ways time is useful to us? What else? How would we use time? Good, okay. So let's go ahead and look at some vocabulary now, okay? So analog clock, okay? These are the example of what an analog clock looks like. You might have them at school, you might not. It might be in some buildings, it might not be, okay? So let's go ahead and look at them. So analog clocks have moving hands, okay? And hours marked by 1 to 12, okay? So 1 or 12. They show you the time. Some have Roman numerals, which is this one, or some have no numbers at all. But you kind of know based on what the normal clock looks like. So 1 through 12, so this means 12, this means 1, and so on and so forth. This means 12, and this means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? That's what an analog clock looks like. The big hand is the minute hand, and the small one is the hour hand. Okay, so this one is the minute hand, this is the hour hand. Then we have digital clocks, okay? For an example, watches or the phone. These are the type of clocks that display the time digitally, okay? And this is what we're used to now, right? Then we have elapsed time. So this is the amount of time that passes from the beginning of an event to the end. So if school starts at 7:30 and we got out of school at 3:30, how long does that take? The beginning time is 7:30, The ending time is 3:30. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and look into our mini lesson. Okay, so time and money conversion. So we're only going to be looking at time for now. We're going to be looking at money later on, okay? So this is what is on the STAR reference sheet too, okay? So 1 year, how many months are in 1 year? You should know that. 12 months. If you don't, now you know. In 1 year, how many weeks is it? 52 weeks, okay? In 1 week, how many days are there? 7, good. In 1 day, how many hours are there? 24, good. In 1 hour, how many minutes are there? 60. In 1 minute, how many seconds are there? 60 seconds, okay? So those are the time conversions that we're going to be dealing with, okay? Now, one strategy is to make a T-chart. Now this, they showed you in the video, and later on I'm going to show you too. We want to calculate how much time we spend in school. Let's say, for an example, we start at school at 7:45. I know we start a little bit earlier, but let's just say for an example, okay? And we get released at 3:15, okay? Let's set up a T-chart labeling our columns time and then hours and minutes, okay? So this is where we're gonna put all the times that we're gonna be dealing with, and then how long did it take from one to the other, okay? So we want to put our start time in the first column here, which school starts at 7:45, okay? We want to end the time at 3:15, so by adding hours, minutes from the start time, so from 7:45 to 3:15. You can start with minutes or hours, whichever is simplest for you to work with. For this example, we're gonna start with hours, okay? So from 7:45 to 8:45, how much time passed? 1 hour, okay? So we keep adding, okay? So from 8:45 to 9:45, another hour. From 9:45 to 10:45, another hour. From 11:45 to 12:45, another hour. From 12:45 to 1:45, another hour. From 1:45 to 2:45, another hour. If we add another hour, it's going to be 3:45. But remember, school ends at 3:15. So what are we going to do here? Okay. We're going to continue to add hours. Be careful not to go past our end time, which is 3:15. I just said that. So we need to stop at 2:45. And because if we add another hour, we go to 3:45. But that's not true. Okay. So what do? Since we no longer add any more hours, we need to add minutes. We can do this in a small increment or large increments. Let's start small by adding 15 minutes to take us to the next whole hour, which is 3, okay? So from 3:45 to 3, we added 15 minutes, okay? Now remember, the school ends at 3:15, so I'm gonna add another 15 minutes to get to 3:15, okay? So 15 more minutes takes us to our end time, which is at 3:15. Now we can add all of this, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. 15 plus 15 is 30, so 30 minutes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hours and 30 minutes. Like that. Okay, you add up the hours first, then you add up and you get 7 hours. Then you add the minutes next, which equals 30 minutes, okay? Finally, add the hours and minutes together to get our total. So our elapsed time, so the duration of between the start and end is 7 hours and 30 minutes. T-chart, very simple to do. I love it, okay? It's a good example. Let's go ahead and look at our next example, which is number line. Okay, so the strategy is number line, okay? Now let's calculate how long we have to wait until lunchtime every day. So school starts at 7:45, okay? And lunchtime is at noon, so at 12, okay? This time we are going to use a number line to calculate our elapsed time, or how much time passes until lunch. Here's our number line. Okay, so we're gonna start with the beginning time, which is at 7:45, right here. okay? And we're gonna add hours just like how we were doing, okay? So from 7:45 to 8:45, an hour. 8:45 to 9:45, 1 hour. 9:45 to 10:45, 1 hour. 10:45 to 11:45, 1 hour. Okay, remember I have to stop here because if I add another hour, that's gonna be 12:45. So I don't want to do that. Instead, what I want to do is add minutes now to make it to 12. Okay? So if I add 15 minutes, it's gonna be 12. That's it. Okay? Now we just add up the hours and the minutes. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. So 4 hours and 15 minutes until lunchtime. Okay? And here's another example. We're gonna stop here. I'm gonna do this on part 2, okay? So I'll see you part 2. Bye!